Good evening, and welcome to a Mitchin and Mauck'n About the Cards short hop. I'm Mitchell, and along with the owner and proprietor of the Superstition Ranch Cattle Farm and Gentlemen's Cabaret, where tonight, Thursday night, the Mechanical Bull is on the center stage. The mouth of the West, Tyrell Mock.
What up?
Tyrell, we got a short hop tonight on a Thursday night because you are riding the bull here in about an hour. And so we've got just a quick few news and notes to kind of go over with our followers. If you're new here, welcome. We picked up, about 20 subscribers since the last video. We'll talk about the membership drive later, but let's jump right into the weekend review. A 2-1 trip to Miami. Okay, 2-1 on a road trip's all right, but you always kind of left wanting more. Top of the fifth, Gorman just hit a double. It looks like it is 6-3 cards in the top of the fifth. Looking okay to get 3 out of 4. Kind of your early thoughts on the week.
Hey, yay, a series win. Give it that. I love it. I love this team. They don't, even after a 5-game losing streak, they don't stay down. They come right back up, bounce back, and win 2 from Miami. Obviously, Alcantara, just 9 strikeouts last night, was just something to behold. He's pitching back to pitching great. I wish we'd have traded for him at the deadline. But hey, every time this team gives you the ability to lose hope, they come right back. Or you look at the standings and you go, we're 4.5 games out of the wild card. We're playing Cincinnati 6 games. There's still a chance.
There's always a chance. No matter how slim that is, because outside of Michael McGreevy and Sonny Gray, you never know what you're going to get on the mound. Michaelis is Miles Michaelis. Palante looks cooked. Libby's shoulders hanging on by a thread. So 3 out of the 5 nights, you're going to have to score 6+ runs, and they don't have the offense consistently enough to do that. But when you get through this run, Cincinnati, I believe San Diego's on the trip one more time, San Francisco, the Cubs, they're still potentially meaningful baseball in September.
Yeah, there is. They play Milwaukee as well. So yeah, they're at San Francisco. So there's some meaningful baseball, or if not, young team, they can play spoiler.
And it'd be kind of interesting to see, next weekend when we look at September 1st and who the call-ups are. I think it's going to be underwhelming. We talked about it in one of our episodes. It's going to be probably the reactivation of a left-handed pitcher and probably Nolan Arenado. You're going to see John King and Arenado as the 2 expansion guys instead of Quinn and JJ, which is what the fans are clamoring for. But as we all know, they stopped listening to us years ago, if they ever truly did. Let's move on to our next one as we head to second tonight. TV deals are kind of all over the news right now. Major League Baseball renegotiating its TV package. ESPN, of course, is bowed out of the Sunday night package and the Home Run Derby. However, ESPN is in talks of buying MLB TV, very similar to what they did with the NFL Network. They purchased the WWE. Now Peacock jumping in on the Friday night. Apple TV out. Peacock wanting the Sunday night baseball game as well. And I think I saw Netflix was potentially getting the Home Run Derby itself. What's going on, Tyrell? You're going to have 8 streaming services to be able to follow your favorite team instead of 10 years ago. Just flip on, Dish Network, DirecTV, turn on Fox Sports, hear Danny Mac fire you up and welcome you to Cardinal baseball. Now you're going to have the schedule just to know where to watch.
Dude, baseball has become so regional that it's not national like it once was. I can blame a little bit of that on interleague play, but it's just not the draw that it once was, because we're actually a football society now. It's football 365 now. Even when it should be baseball, which is in July, it's still football dominates the airwaves. So it's sad to see, and I hate that I have to have 9 streaming services to watch anything anymore. You're right. You almost got to have a checklist of where is this going to be. Same way they do it in the playoffs. Like, you got to have True TV and TNT and TBS to watch anything.
T, we should come up with this $1 million idea. Package everything in one spot to find people. We'll call it cable. and people
Huh.
can just
Yeah,
pay
there you
$50 a
go.
month
I
to
like that.
watch everything. We might be onto something with
Might be.
with
Well,
your NFL comments.
ESPN's gonna be $30 a month now,
Yeah,
is what they said for their streaming
it's
service.
insane. But they picked up the
Yeah.
WWE, they picked up golf, NBA, NFL. It is one-stop shopping for a sports fan. Not sure I'm paying $30 for it though. You brought up an interesting point though about baseball being regional and the NFL, college football even. Saturday night ESPN game of the week for college football appointment television. Sunday night game on ESPN, or excuse me, NBC is appointment television. Monday night football always will be appointment television for me. Is baseball Sunday night appointment TV anymore? Is the Saturday night game on Fox appointment TV unless the Cardinals are playing for you? Or is a big national baseball game, because of the schedule, for example, of 162 games, is it must watch television when there's a big baseball game on? What drives you, as a casual fan of all other MLB, to watch two random teams play?
Stars. What's the outcome could be for potential playoff seeding, but most of that, I mean, only person I'm probably gonna check in to see is Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge, but other than that, I'm just not gonna do it. It's not appointment TV for me anymore. Heck, I don't even like half the announcers anymore. It's not the same to me.
It's the Raceway Series out of curiosity for an inning. But in the summer, as a teacher, I'll throw a day game on Thursday. The day game baseball nab just hits different, man. But I'm not watching the game. I'm not active. So it kind of is interesting to me that, Peacock is picking up the Friday night game. Friday night baseball doesn't really do it for me, especially in the summer when it's nice. I got nothing else going on. Same with Sunday night baseball. If the Cardinals aren't on, I'm probably not going to watch.
No.
Speaking of
And I
MLB,
think I like baseball through the radio a lot too, though, actually. If I'm gonna listen
baseball
to
on the
it
radio will always be goaded,
or
without a doubt. It will always be better. I love having the MLB package on my Sirius XM, always being able to pick up games. Completely agree with you about that. But when we talk about the MLB, huge news last Sunday night. Manfred says they're going to expand. The rumor is there's going to be 8 divisions of 4 or 4 divisions of 8. But my question for you, T, is who's getting the 2 teams? There's a lot of chatter on a few different spots.
I think you got to go. It's going to cut in the Cardinals fan base, but Nashville is a place that is probably going to get one. Um, I could also see one of your Carolinas somewhere on that coastal region getting it. The Colorado Rockies area, there's nothing, there's not that many people in that neck of the woods. I mean, there's a lot in Colorado, but you get in the Idaho, Montana, Wyoming area, there's just not that many people there to draw. So I don't see them going too much west unless you New Mexico, but what do you Arizona doesn't draw that well. So do you I think you're gonna go Midwest and East Coast a little bit.
I think it's going to be the Carolinas and then probably Nashville. When I kind of broke down what I thought for divisions, and I'll post it in the chat later tonight, I had the Cardinals in the new Central Division, both Chicago teams, St. Louis, Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh. I threw Nashville in an expansion with Cincinnati, Texas, Houston, places like that. And then kind of looking at it, I threw Charlotte in the new East Division with the Yankees, the Mets, Philly, Boston, Toronto, Dallas, and Baltimore. The middle of the country is where it gets kind of murky, kind of muddy. West was easy. Vegas, Seattle, both LA's, San Francisco, San Diego, Colorado, Arizona. That was easy. But you got to figure out what to do with like Cleveland, those kind of mid-Atlantic area teams. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how MLB does it. But my question for you, T, is do we need 2 more baseball teams? The pitching's already kind of boo-boo. Do we need to add, 10 more pitchers?
No, we don't. And we don't need it. I don't know. I know they always want to expand. They always want to make more money because the more teams, more revenue for the other owners, so they can make the money. I get it, but I think baseball's fine where it's at. I don't think we need too much
A
more.
generation ago, we were talking about contraction, taking Minnesota away, etc. And now we want to add teams.
And there was also talk that maybe moving around. The Rays had talked about moving at one point. So I don't really think we need it. It had, like I said, being a regional sport like it is now, it's not national. And I don't think you're going to get back to being national again. I think you're going to be your number 3, maybe 4 fourth most popular sport in the Americas now, because NFL is number 1. I think basketball is number 2. And then it's a toss up between hockey and baseball to me, honestly.
I would even kind of modify your list a little bit. The NFL, NCAA football, with the NBA and the MLB kind of fighting, and then hockey's get scraps. That's my opinion.
They just got the best playoffs.
Yeah, until the playoffs.
It's not a bad one. Yeah.
The NHL playoffs, man. Like, I will watch random games all night long. Playoff hockey is exciting.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It's one of my favorite to watch. Yeah, I don't. I know they want more teams, but you just destroyed the minor leagues. So now everybody is getting brought up to the major leagues to get their wheels under them. You're just diluting the product more, and we already see a subpar product a lot of the time, and that's not even the Cardinals. That's the whole industry wide to me.
I mean, if there's going to be an expansion draft and Nashville's looking for a 43-year-old catcher with bad knees who can maybe hit 059 in the show, I'm available. I'll leave the public school system right now.
Call me up.
Let's do a little trivia, Tyrell. We haven't done one of these in a while.
All right.
Since 2000, can you name every first baseman to start opening day in St. Louis?
Opening day. Obviously, I'm gonna go Pujols.
That was the easy one. He locked it down from 2004 through the 2011 season.
That's easy. Alan Craig.
No.
No. Dang it.
Strike one.
Let's see here. Strike one. Okay. Contreras, obviously. Goldie. There's another obvious one. Matt Adams.
Big fan of Big City. Hopefully try to get him on this winter.
I love Big City, man. I want to say McGuire, but I'm probably...
He started in 2001?
Yes. Got there. Who started in 2000 then?
McGuire was hurt.
Ooh, that's a tough one then. Ooh, man. That 2000 squad wasn't... That was after the Rick and Kill disasters.
There's no way you're pulling this out. It's Craig Paquette.
You know, it's the red-headed Craig Paquette.
Matt Carpenter in order, starting in 2000. Craig Paquette, Mark McGuire, Tino Martinez. Then a decade of Pujols. Berkman, Matt Adams, Matt Carpenter. This one you'll never get. Jose Martinez.
He was opening day first baseman.
Was, right? Sandwich between Carpenter and Goldie.
Okay.
Tough one. Put in the chat if you remember any of those guys. Our final fun topic of the night. This is a fun one. Who is the best color commentator of all time for the Cardinals? TV only, because Shannon's the GOAT on the radio. You're not beating Mike Shannon, especially when the only other guy we have to compare it to is Ricky Horton.
Dude, I was listening to him on the way in, and it just doesn't hit right. Ricky does not do it for me. For me, only because I know who you're going to go for, and I don't disagree with you at all. I actually like Tim McCarver.
Tim and Dan were great TV when they were doing Cardinal games together.
Yes. I love to hear Tim's stories. We went back to the 60s. He could talk Musial. He could talk Gibson. And he could talk about all that he had seen in his years of watching baseball. I really enjoyed Tim McCarver a lot. And his voice was just so silky.
I mean, the guy spent 50-plus years in baseball, counting commentating and playing. He caught Bob Gibson. He saw it all. And so, I mean, that was just he and Danny Mac I could watch those games all day long. I'm a Hrabosky guy. Hrabosky was doing the games when I was a kid, early into Danny Mac. Brad Thompson doesn't do it for me. I like Jimmy Edmonds, except for I thought Edmonds was always auditioning for the hitting coach job that he never got. That's just my opinion. And Sweeney does okay here and there, but I'm just not a huge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an old guy. I like things the way they were, I guess you could say.
I mean, I agree with you. It just sometimes their takes aren't that they want to be hot take anymore. They don't want to just sit there and let the game develop. That's one thing that I notice when you're doing TV. We can see what's going on. So you've got to kind of fill it and give me a little bit of insight that I don't have, much like Tony Romo does, Peyton does. Like those guys are hitting out of park with that. So you got to have a little bit of flair and the pizzazz. I didn't hate Jimmy Ballgame when he was doing it. I liked him. He had some good stories.
I thought
So
Scott Rowland and
if
his
you can
dry sense
find
of humor
somebody,
would have made a great commentator. And I haven't watched a
yeah,
lot of the
I think
national
so.
broadcasts with Wainwright, but he's too company line for my tastes. Or
He did say something interesting the other night about somebody's curveball and how it was Max Fried with the Yankees. He was talking about how he needed to stay on top of his curveball and a little bit more. And I was like, hey, that's a good pitching insight. I kind of like that. But yeah, Wainwright, he's got a good personality, but he does toe that line
you don't want
as
to get
well.
canceled. Nobody wants to get canceled anymore. Nobody wants to be out of a job.
Not anymore, man.
Finally, tonight, we've had a great week. We've got 20 plus new subscribers. We're grateful for all of you. Help us get to 100. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to give away those Superstition Ranch t-shirts. We'll hopefully have one up in the next couple days. They're at the shop now, kind of mocking up some designs for us. But we would love to get some shirts away, grow our following. We appreciate all the support we've been getting. Keep the comments coming. Like, share, follow. You guys know the routine right now. But we need to call it a night as Tyrell has a mechanical bull to go ride. We will be back Sunday with another quick short hop
Yeehaw.
talking about the weekend series ahead. The Cardinals actually have a Saturday night off, which is so weird. Tampa Bay got a
That is
preseason
weird.
game. For the Mouth of the West, Tyrell Mauckn, I am Mitchell Jenkins. This has been a Mitch and a Mauck'n about the Cards short hop. We will see you later.